Good evening to the Newman-Crows Landing Unified School District special board meeting for June 21st, 2021. Mr. Bazar, absent. Mrs. Hurst, absent. Mr. Snodderly,
here.
Mr. Wallace,
Here.
and Mrs. Conforti is here. May I please have you stand for the flag salute? Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have nothing to report out of closed session at the present time. Public communication, agenda and non-agenda items. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district personnel complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker from any potential liability for defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. Any individual who requires disability-related accommodations or modifications, including auxiliary aids and services, in order to participate in the board meeting, should contact the superintendent or designee in writing. Members of the public may address the board on agenda and non-agenda items. Members of the public are encouraged to submit public comments via email at nfox@nclusd.k12.ca.us. Comments must be received by 2 p.m. on the day of the board meeting. Please limit your comments to 250 words or less. If you are unable to email a public comment, please contact Nancy Fox. Leave a phone number message with your question or comment at 209-862-2933 prior to 2 p.m. on the day of the board meeting. Please limit your comments to 250 words or less. May I have an approval of the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 2. Information and discussion items. Action items, consent calendar. The consent calendar items are routine in nature and usually do not require board discussion. Individual items may be removed by board members and presented for discussion and separate action. The consent calendar will be adopted by a roll call vote.
Move we adopt the consent calendar.
A second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. Bazar is absent. Mrs. Conforti votes aye. Mrs. Hurst, absent. Mr. Snodderly,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace,
Aye.
passes 3-0, 2 absent. Approved 2021-2022 LCAP. Are there any questions to go with this? Or Mrs. Fox, was there anything that someone might have sent in?
Move that we approve the 21-22 LCAP.
A second?
I'll second it.
All in, Mr. Bazar, absent. Mrs. Conforti, aye. Mrs. Hurst, absent. Mr. Snodderly,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace,
Aye.
passes 3-0, 2 absent. Approved 2021-2022 budget. Any questions? May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Bazar is absent. Mrs. Conforti votes aye. Mrs. Hertz is absent. Mr. Snodderly,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace,
Aye.
passes 3-0. Approved Newman Rotary special event at the McConnell Center. Mr. Philpott, would you like to speak to that?
Well, so just as a reminder, there's a administrative regulation in board policy 1330 regarding facilities that allows the board to approve of special events at a site in our school district where basically a nonprofit is wanting to have beer and wine. And so that's this particular event. They needed a location. Rotary has, of course, been a great sponsor of programs in our district and a partner. So we recommend you approve it. It's for July 29th, which is a Thursday. And they'll be using this room from about 3 p.m. to about 10 p.m. at night.
Are there any questions? Okay, may I have a,
I'll
mo-
make the motion to approve this.
may I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bizarre, absent. Mrs. Conforti votes aye. Mrs. Hurst, absent. Mr. Snodderly,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace,
Aye.
passed 3-0 with 2 absent.
Take a big breath and let me catch my notes, please.
Okay. Vern and then yourself.
I just need a second to type them. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not used, I don't usually get ahead of you. Approve overnight field trip request for boys basketball to Las Vegas, Nevada on July 30th, 2021 to August 2nd, 2021.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, I had some questions and I had asked Mr. Philpott about it. One, I wanted to know about who the people were that are going to be chaperones. I was concerned that was in Las Vegas. And how they were getting there and they're driving there on our vans. Do we have to fill out any special paperwork for the vans?
So first, I just want to point out that items number 5 and 6 are basically the same item. And in fact, it indicates that we have 2 chaperones on this trip that are basketball coaches, Coach K and Coach Peoples. And right now, they have not invited any. They've made students aware that they want to go because they had an abbreviated basketball season this year, as you're aware of. And during summer camp, they've actually been having some scrimmages. So they're ready to play. We have sent students in the past, pre-pandemic, to this particular contest. And I have as well when I was principal at Bayer. It's a well-run one at one location. So we can have per board policy, basically, we need 1 chaperone per 10 kids. So we would anticipate there'd be no more than 20 kids participating. And I'm also anticipating that there's going to be a lot of parents attending this. This is a great opportunity for our kids to actually go somewhere,
Get out.
get out of the area and participate with some other teams. It's a quality event. So we'd recommend that you approve it.
Are there any other questions?
I think, did you make a motion already?
Yeah, I made the motion to approve it. Let them play.
Or
Good,
it has not been seconded.
okay.
Mr.
Good
Bizarre.
good
I
evening,
actually have
Mr.
a
Bizarre.
comment about this one.
Yes,
I am just thrilled to see that we are doing, is it AAU? It was something that was kind of bugging me. We kind of stepped back a league. But this was something that we didn't participate in. It's an opportunity for our coaches to get our kids some playing time before the season legally. And I'm just thrilled to see that we're, participating in this. And I think the option to get some kids that maybe wouldn't have ever seen outside of Newman, a chance to see the world a little bit. I'm thrilled that we're doing this. I understand Mrs. Conforti's concerns and they're reasonable, but at the same time, I think that I'm just thrilled to see that we're offering this opportunity. So I'm happy to support it.
okay. Mr. Bizarre? A roll. Okay, I'm going to say nay. Mrs. Hurst is absent. Mr. Snodderly,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace?
Aye.
Okay, it passes 3, 1 no, and 1 absent. Approve out-of-state conference request for Harold Peoples and Charlie Kuchenbuhl. I always say that wrong. July 30th, 2021 through August 2nd, 2021, Las Vegas, Nevada basketball tournament. What is the conference about?
This is the basketball tournament.
The conference is
This
the
is it.
basketball.
Yeah, it's a term of the paper that needs to be filled out. It's called a conference request so that there are 2 staff members can attend and they're covered by our insurance.
Okay. May I have a motion?
So moved. Support.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. Bizarre?
Aye.
I'm going to say nay. Mrs. Hurst is absent. Mr. Snodderly?
Aye.
Mr. Wallace?
Aye.
It passes 3, 1 nay. And are there would any board member like to speak? Anything? The one thing it's going to be hard for us, I think, as a district, and Mr. Posey, we may have to work hard on it because we normally don't get much newspaper information because they're on the other side of the county. And with Mattis paper closing, I'm really concerned about us not getting enough positive for our children. So
What?
we need to work on that. The Mattis paper is closing.
Right.
Thursday will be its last day.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm concerned because, you know, that's where we give them,
Or we showcase our kids. but
Right.
We still have the internet. We'll just have to,
that's true. But I also, maybe the B, we can get them to get a B on their whatever.
Yeah. I think so. I think there are several Newman Facebook pages,
Mhm.
and I'm guessing somebody's going to step up and start posting news and events. And I know our FFA posts a lot on Instagram and Facebook, and I follow that. So, we'll work on that.
I'm a terrible person as far as Facebook and Instagram. I like seeing hard copies and looking at.
Yeah, it will be different not having a newspaper, but I think with everything out there, we can still get the message out.
Just keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to the newspaper
Oh,
and to
yes.
Dean in particular, who's with us this evening. He is here in the
Is he
Zoom
here?
meeting. Yeah.
Oh,
And so it's really made our community, brought our community together, and our schools have benefited, and it's going to be a loss. So
I'm gonna miss it. I always used to look to see if my name was in there for something good or for something bad. Like I left my garbage can on the street. But I'm gonna miss. I'll miss the paper.
I'm an old newspaper person. We still get the hard copy of the B, even though they have a lot of mistakes. May I have is there anyone else that would like to speak? Mr. Bazar?
No, I guess I could mention, I know we had a conference in Las Vegas, that's where I came from. But it was 114
Oh, yeah.
yesterday in Las Vegas when I got back to Las Vegas.
And lots of people, right?
4:30 in the afternoon. And I think it was something this morning, I picked up my car. The only fortunate guy I was because we were driving on a real cool day.
Wow.
How hot it's gonna be, so I don't think it's gonna be more than 104, 105. So anyway, the kids and the coaches should be prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Bazar. Mr. Snodderly?
Yeah, one last goodbye to Mr. Philpott. You showed me what a real superintendent looks like. Much better than anything that I did. And you made the district proud. You made the town better. And Mr. Posey, good luck. We're very supportive. We're glad you're here. And we look forward to you seeing what kind of snacks you bring to the board.
Mr. Wallace?
I've said my piece, but I will echo that. Thank you so much, Randy, for the guidance and the work that you've done, and welcome, Mr. Posey.
And thank you, Randy, for everything that you've done. I hope that you have a very enjoyable retirement. See you around. Thank you. Okay, may I have a motion?
I moved to be adjourned.
A second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passes 4-0, one absent, and have a good day. Thank you.
And it's a wrap.